Hi, my lovely buddies. Have you ever wondered if you are a Sigma woman, or at least you most certainly not one if you're currently? We're delving into the fascinating realm of female Sigmas that will examine the top 3 qualities that characterize them and refute some prevalent misconceptions, which we will indeed expose. One thing a real female Sigma would do: never act now. Are you curious to continue? Stay tuned. You might be in for a revelation. Greetings from Eternal Stoicism. Welcome to the location of Eternal Stoicism, where we delve into the core of our creatures and question social norms. In this channel, we explore the realm of Stoicism, giving you the ability to live your that's life from a fresh perspective regarding inner strength, wisdom, and power. In a world without you, determined not by cultural norms, but rather by your morals and beliefs, are here to motivate, to elicit ideas, and to question the existing quo. In this voyage, we'll investigate the idea of female Sigmas, dispelling myths and misconceptions, and giving you the ability to become the greatest iteration of you personally. We'll explore the traits that distinguish Sigma ladies separate, and why they represent the pinnacle of Stoic theory. Thus, in case you're prepared to accept this self-discovery journey and empowerment, click the subscribe button and join our enlightened community for more stimulating ideas, insights. Press the subscribe button and join our knowledgeable community, the female Sigma. Who is this Sigma woman that we are discussing? Allow me to enlighten you about them, my dear friends. Sigma female fail is a lady who moves to the beat of her music, is independent of social norms. To describe her journey, she is an introvert, extrovert, a conundrum encased in, consider it an enigma within an enigma. She is a woman who feels at ease with herself, solitude who draws courage from her. She is not antisocial but quiet, socially selective. She selects her business sensibly, prioritizing quality over her circle's size may be limited, yet she's not someone to follow. She blazes her instead of following the herd. Own path, establishing her criteria and shattering stereotypes. This woman is a leader not by giving orders, but by motivating her. Her signature is quiet confidence. Tenacity is her emblem of the Sigma woman. Doesn't require approval from other people. Her sense of worth originates from within. Autonomous, self-sufficient, and unabashedly herself, she embodies the Mona, a social spectrum analyzer masterwork that keeps you wondering about the my pals. The Sigma female is the personification of grace and strength, the ideal balance between humility and pride. Although she is quiet, her presence is felt. Although not ostentatious, her aura radiates. She isn't combative, yet her attitude is. The furious lady and Sigma is the one who determines her success, not the normative standards, but by her development, and she is a woman who lives in bliss, own rules, and who pens her narrative. She's the lady who is aware of her trip is distinct, and she wouldn't have if it were any other way. The Sigma woman is not a tag, not a container to fit in, but a mentality and lifestyle are what it's about. Valuing your uniqueness and personality, your independence and unreservedness. You seem fascinating, don't you? But keep in mind, anyone who genuinely believes they are a Sigma, the fallacies are, wait on, there are plenty. There is false information regarding Sigma available. Ladies, let's first address that. A common misconception is that, simply put, Sigma ladies are introverts. Although it is true that Sigma women frequently favor their own company over that of others, it doesn't follow that they are introverted. People are merely picky about the people they hang together with, are fully able to interact with others and interacting with people, yet they decide to comply with their conditions. Another prevalent misunderstanding is that Sigma women lack emotion and are icy. not a little closer to the reality. Sigma women possess a strong sense of intuition, and they are deeply sensitive and caring, fervently regarding their loved ones, and compared to the reasons they think it's only that their hearts aren't worn on their sleeves and would rather handle their feelings in private. Some of them think that the definition of a Sigma female is, you constantly act like a lone wolf on the never in the center of the group. But the fact is that Sigma women are capable of establish profoundly important connections. Simply said, they don't rely on these partnerships to support their self-worth or contentment. They're independent and at ease with their flesh. And then there's the notion that Sigma women tend to be haughty or conceited. This is a egregious misperception. Sigma women are. They are not only humble but also self-assured. They are aware of their value, but they don't feel compelled to show it off. They are confident in themselves and don't look for approval from others. Therefore, let's move forward. Straight women in Sigma are not withdrawn, heartless lone wolf or haughty. They are self-sufficient and perceptive, independent and modest. They march to their own drum's rhythm and aren't hesitant to differentiate themselves from the now that the throng has been refuted, misconceptions. Let's examine more closely what you are not the Sigma female you think you are. If you're not a Sigma female, a Sigma woman, you're most certainly not one if you're still acting in this manner. Let's dispel some myths regarding being a Sigma woman has nothing to do with being flawless is what you should aim for growth. Therefore, if any of these apply to you, don't worry. Awareness is the first of these. The first step toward change is that Sigma women are not individuals who want to please others. Affirmation from others that they are confident and validate themselves if you're looking for people all the time. Straining over backwards to accommodate approval, you do not represent the Sigma spirit. Female Sigmas feel at ease in their skin and don't feel compelled to fit into cultural standards or expectations. Secondly, women in Sigma are not adherents, but rather pioneers in their independently. They don't go with the flow or give in to peer pressure. That's what autonomous, dependent thinkers who produce their judgments and support them. If you discover that you consistently follow the flow is unable to decide without speaking with others, you might not be a third Sigma female. Sigma women are. They are proactive rather than reactive, taking accountability for their deeds. They avoid assigning blame or making excuses if you're pointing all the time fingers, waiting or acting like the victim for events to occur rather than creating. If they occur, you're most definitely not a feminine Sigma. Fourth, Sigma women do not make idols. Dreamers are doers who establish objectives. They strive arduously to attain them. They fail to only imagine the success they want to it. If you're constantly thinking about what would be possible if the endeavor to bring it to pass, then you're lastly, Sigma ladies who are content to be alone and do not fear it their own business and don't require continuous social exchange to experience contented, at ease in their own ideas, and don't hesitate to invest time alone if you're constantly looking for company you can't enjoy on your own firm. You don't qualify as a Sigma woman. Keep in mind that being a Sigma woman is not concerning being better or worse than for everyone else. Having confidence is key in your self-contained, goal-oriented nature and at ease in your flesh. It's about rejecting conventional, establishing your path, and surpassing expectations. I know a lot of you are thinking right now, but some of these things do work when I do them. That implies I'm not a Sigma woman. The essential element is self-awareness and development. It's about identifying these actions and making an effort to modify them. It's acceptable to fail. We all make mistakes. The most crucial thing is to never give up on development. And before we proceed, if you're thinking this material to be worthwhile, you might want to subscribe to the channel. To achieve eternal stoicism, just click on this. But you also mean a lot to us. Guilty of any of these, feel free to admit it. Being conscious is the first step towards shift, so you've found the shift. You possess Sigma qualities, but do not worry, you can bring about change. This is the instant you move in the direction of the shift in favor of accepting the persona, Sigma female envisioning a butterfly. Before hatching from its cocoon, it's a caterpillar crawling only a little distance globe it may travel to, but once it changes and is free to investigate to soar like a butterfly, you, as well, is capable of changing. You can give up your non-Sigma tendencies and accept the liberty of being a female Sigma. Let's get started with some useful advice and suggestions on how to get started with this. First and foremost, transformation, ladies of embrace. Solitude. Sigma are self-sufficient and at ease alone. They take pleasure in their privacy and don't look to others for approval. Therefore, begin to develop a fondness for your own company. Spend time by yourself and partake in hobbies that you find enjoyable and that it will aid in your development more at ease using solitude. After that, grow in confidence. Sigma women are self-assured and aware of their value, and they refuse to allow others to define them. Therefore, begin to identify your own not worthy of celebrating your successes, no matter how little each appears to be. Accomplishment. Every triumph serves as evidence to your moving strength and abilities. Now, let's discuss resilient Sigma. Women are strong and tenacious in the face of tackle obstacles head-on and don't allow failures dissuade them. So when you encounter a setback, try not to let it depress you. Rather, consider it a chance to grow and keep in mind that it's not about how often you fall, but more importantly, how frequently you stand up even more. Sigma women are willing and open-minded to take into account various viewpoints, and they don't hesitate to question their own opinions to promote an open mind, open to hearing what others have to say. Their opinions conflict with yours. Beliefs, challenge them. This will assist you expand and change. Finally, Sigma women are independent. They don't depend on other people to contentment or achievement. Thus, make an effort to enhance your independence and acquire new skills abilities to take on novel tasks, which will not only increase your ability, but also more certain. Keep in mind that it's not about changing, become someone else, but regarding finding your true self is what it's all about. Getting rid of the non-Sigma qualities that have been restraining you and accepting your genuine capacity without change occurs overnight. It's a voyage of a procedure which calls for endurance and perseverance. Thus, don't give up if you don't get results right now. Therefore, continuing to expand with every step you take, approaching the point of becoming the Sigma. Remember, you want to be a woman. It takes a voyage to transform, not a destination. Perseverance and patience are crucial as you set off on this adventure of change. Keep in mind the fundamentals of the Sigma female is not alone. However, in her fortitude, tenacity and receptive mind and her independence, so are you prepared to accept your inner Sigma woman. Who are you? Prepared to change into a Sigma female. The strength of a female Sigma is about more than just the individual regarding the power you exercise. In this, the sentence contains a Sigma or deep truth. An independent female and being independent is a powerful force. She not only molds her environment, yet also can shape the surroundings. She imagines the Sigma lady at a social event that she doesn't. She doesn't yearn for approval or need. Instead, she gives off a calm self-assurance that captivates others. Distinct charisma and enigmatic aura make a lasting impression on people nearby. She is more than simply a person. She is and feel her aura and energy there infectious, and that's precisely where she influence now. Let's consider this a moving forward. Let's look at the Sigma lady in society's vast tapestry. She doesn't follow social norms. Instead of making her own, she interrupts, she questions, and she challenges. She is a driving force behind change. Her impact is not the only one that exists. It penetrates the local environment by way of civilization, creating a paradigm. Change the Sigma woman's ability to her capacity to set trends, and an influencer who defies the masses. She takes the initiative and establishes the tone who determines people's direction respect her. They look up to her, wish to be like her. But the truth is, grasp a Sigma. Woman's power is not concerning authority or control. It is about empowerment, is the process of motivating people to choose their route, to accept their uniqueness, to question the existing quo. The Sigma woman sets an exemplary example, demonstrates that being unique is acceptable, to be authentic, so the following time you discover yourself in a circumstance where you can persuade others to keep this in mind. A Sigma woman can generate a favorable knock-on impact. You possess the ability to motivate others, inspire to take the lead, utilize this strength, and utilize it to make a beneficial ripple impact those around you. Thus, following this, concluding words and demand for action. Do you believe that you are a true explorer? Sigma female. Together, we've traveled through the intriguing realm of feminine Sigmas, dispelling misunderstandings, investigating features, and talking about the journey of transformation. That we have discovered that being a female Sigma doesn't entail slipping into a void or following a certain set of guidelines. It's about self-sufficient, independent, and without remorse. You have discovered that a Sigma A woman is not defined by her actions, but she doesn't desire to find who she is. Approval from others as opposed to herself, proving she's an introvert, rather than due to her shyness, but also because she values her independence and the freedom it affords. She is a rebel who is making her way to the beat of her own drum, fearless in her standing. Recall that it's not about being alone. Whether one is better or worse than another regarding accepting your distinct route, your uniqueness as well as your understanding is the key to independence. That the eyes don't determine your worth of others, but from inside yourself. Therefore, I'm inviting you as we finish to consider everything that has been discussed. Do these qualities still speak to you today? Do you identify as a Sigma female? If so, I urge you to accept it as well. Cultivate it to allow it to direct you in your traveler on a path to empowerment. And if you felt this conversation was worthwhile, if you're motivated and eager to find out more, then I encourage you to act and subscribe to everlasting stoicism, such as this film, and give it to people who could find it useful. Let's create a community from that powerful people who don't back down to appreciate their distinct trajectories. Keep in mind, the path to empowerment through oneself is not a place to arrive, but an ongoing growth and self-discovery process. Thus, continue to inquire, explore, and most key, keep developing as you are a authentic Sigma women. Please remark below, and remember to share your opinions. For more, sign up for Eternal to ISM. Uplifting material until the next time, please expanding continue.